Hey, friends, it's the first broadcast of a new month and a new year. Welcome to a gathering of our digital village. It is Thursday. That means it's time for the Tarot Topics weekly newsletter recap. Tarot Topics comes into your inbox every Wednesday. Then we come on here on Thursday and talk about it and do readings about it. So this week, I took the easy road. My newsletter topic is Hello 2025. So we will do any readings you want to do about the new year. You can be as specific or as general as you like. And it is so good to see all of you here today. A reminder that tarot scopes are now available to everyone. They were members only up until January 1st. Now they're available. So go get your tarot scopes, and you can subscribe to the newsletter and read the newsletter with a link in the description. Also in the description is a link to find out about StaarCon coming up at the end of the month. And I am also recruiting a couple of more volunteers in person and online. So if you're interested in volunteering, reach out and let me know. All right. My friends, let's get over to CardCam. Now, I was lazy about my newsletter topic, and I'm lazy with the cards I'm working with, too. This is probably my laziest deck. Why is it a lazy deck? Because I don't have to think about it at all. I know these cards so well, I could see one little corner of them and know exactly which card it is. So that's why I call it a lazy deck. And it's the little one, the miniature one from the tin, which I really like because it fits into my hands so nicely. Hey, Pat Rainville, good to see you. Finally got a Rider Tarot deck. Excellent. You know, it's a very good way to learn tarot. Whether or not you end up enjoying working with the cards, I do. I enjoy working with a weight deck for sure. But it's a good way to learn. You know, it's very, very standard. So well done. Well done. All right. Oh, Jeannie Mnuchin, you read The Making of a Friend. I read that as well. Excellent. All right. Let us get going. And let's welcome Sarah as a new member. We really appreciate that as well. So it looks like maybe some people dropped off. The first person I see is Nalini. If you had put your question up prior to Nalini's, it's not there anymore. So, starting with Nalini, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Want to know what this new year will be for me? What can I look forward to? And will my finances stabilize? All right, let's take a look and see. Troy Associate, you deserve a lazy day. You are a very hardworking woman. You talking to me? See, I lazy decks, lazy newsletters, a lazy day. Maybe at some point after StaarCon. Maybe. Yeah. And I hope everyone had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I worked a lot on both of those days. Those are good days to work, though, man. If I can end the year doing readings and begin the year doing readings, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Jackie Masters, Happy New Year to you. Good to see you. And let's get going. Here we go. First reading. This is the first online reading of the new year, and it's for Nalini. How will this year be for you? What can you look forward to? And will your finances stabilize? What you can look forward to is being able to rest, heal, and recover and not have to worry so much, because I think your finances will stabilize. I don't know if this is you having a business, you having a different job, or both, but yes, your finances will stabilize, or more specifically, you will find a way to more than stabilize your finances. You will find a way to secure your finances this year. And with that, you will be able to rest, heal, and recover. So that's a beautiful thing. Transocean. Yes, I was talking about you. I thought maybe. So good to see you. All right, Madiha Ness, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years, and thanks for using members-only emojis. So Ness is looking at like her personal year cards. And last year as a sun year was not an easy year. So now this is going to be a judgment year for you. And what should you know about it and how to make the best of it? And I feel like for you, you know, since your expectation for the sun year was not fabulous, I mean, the expectation was good, but the year itself wasn't. Maybe your fear about, or your trepidation about judgment might also prove to be not that. So what does judgment for the year mean for you? I think it's about recognizing your own ability to pick and choose what you're going to deal with and how you're going to deal with it. There is something about judgment that allows us closure. There is something about judgment that gives us clarity on where we are and what we're doing. So if other people get in the way, it gets really easy to sort of have those boundaries and just move on. So I would say judgment could really empower you. So Jeannie, this is a Mary Kay Greer thing, but it has sort of become a standard thing. There is, for everybody, there's a year card for everybody. And that is derived simply by taking, like the year is 2025, 2 plus 0 plus 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9. It's a 9 year. It's the year of the hermit for everybody. And we talk about that a lot at StaarCon. Katrina Wynn does a whole thing with the card of the year for us each year. But we also have a personal year card, and here is how that is derived. You're going to take your birth date, your birth month, and add it in the same way that we do all numerology, digit to digit, with 2025. So not your birth year. And then you get a 2-digit number, and you add those together. And if it's a 2-digit number that's like 21 or below, that's your card. So there it is. There it is. And so yeah, that's the thing. All right, Ness, you are very welcome. And Jeannie Mnuchin, you're up next. So you're back from California. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Reading for the year ahead. Performance, jobs, friends, and love life. Okay. And I understand having trouble getting your bearings moving into 2025. We've only been here for 2 days. Or a day and a half, really. So it's okay. If it's above 21, yes, Gemini Sun, if it's above 21, you're going to add those digits together till you get to the single digit. Yes. Or get to a number 21 or below. But here's the trick. Some people number the Fool as 22, and so we'll do 22 or lower. I don't do that. I think the Fool is card 0 for a reason. So I do not give the Fool 22. But Mary Kay Greer does. And, you know, all respect to Mary. Without her, none of us would be here doing what we're doing. So there's that. All right, here we go. Jeannie Mnuchin. Okay. Performance, you are really working to get the body of work that you're creating, this thing that you're creating, to get it and the performance like perfect. And you will be able to perfect it this year. You really will. This has been a long project, but you really will. And when we look at sort of the events like bite-sized blends, that kind of thing, where it's not just your performance, but where you're in charge of something large or a showcase, that will cause you so much worry, but will be good. It will be very good, even though you'll worry about it. Now, jobs, and I know you're working to create jobs this year. I think by the end of the year, you're going to be happy with you're going to be happy with what you've cultivated, but it's painful. See, that's it. Like, there's so much here. Like, so far, we've done two things, right? Performance and jobs. And it's all the same, where it's painful on the way there, but then once you have it, and it's good. Now, friends, that's going to come together this year as well. Absolutely. And love life. If you allow it, that can happen too. Like, all these things can happen by the end of this year. It really could. So be open. It's all good. Teresa, you got your 3 next to your name now. You've been a member for more than 3 years, or actually, if it just switched for 3 years. That's fabulous. Okay. Who is up next? And once again, let's welcome Sarah as a new member. Up next is Melissa. Good to see you. Jeannie, you are very welcome. Oh, hang on. I have to check someone's math. Give me a minute. Let me put my math brain on. Okay. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 8 is 13, 15, 5, 20. So Joyous Ocean, you also are in a judgment year. You and Ness are both in a judgment year, which I think is good, because judgment is about, yes, that's it. Gemini Sun, not 6 but 11, but 6 plus 1 plus 1. That's the numerology way. You don't do double digits. And I know there's that whole master number thing, which was not one of two things is true. It's either not the school of numerology I studied, or it came about after I learned the basics. And so even if it's 11, 22, whatever, those numbers that we call master numbers, whatever that means, I'm not sure, but you still add those together. When you're finding an answer in numerology, you're still going to add those things together. Okay. Who is next? It is Melissa. Good to see you. Can't wait to see you at StaarCon. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. You found out who your new boss will be, Jay, a male friend from New Hampshire. The two of you get along well as colleagues and friends, and you've built a good reputation with him over the years. Curious how the new year will go with this new boss, new environment, recalibration of how things have gone, etc. Okay, here we go. So with the new boss, I think the new boss is excited. Like, here's what I think. I think, yes, you have a really good reputation with the new boss. And the new boss is well aware that it could be the other way around, that you could be his boss too. It's just how it happened to be. My thing is, though, and here's my concern. I think the boss thinks that the new boss, Jay, thinks that, you're all that and a bag of chips, which is great because you are. But that means that you may not get as much attention. So you may have to ask for what you need, ask for leadership, ask for information, ask for supervision when you need it, because I think he will trust you to do that. I think he's going to be pretty hands-off with you because he trusts you so much. So one of the things he'll be trusting you to do is let him know when you need something. Clearly, I don't think he's a micromanager. But you might feel ignored by him, and that won't be him ignoring you. That'll just be him not micromanaging you. Oh, and he knows about Eddie Haskell as well. And let's ask, Does he understand that Eddie Haskell is Eddie Haskell? Oh, full well does he understand this. Oh, how much of a game changer is this going to be? The larger game changer is not him, but it'll be good. This will be a good boss for you. And as much as your outgoing boss was decent, this is better. This is an improvement. But the larger thing you're looking at is not even in this job. It's sort of about, what do you want your life to look like overall? And so when we look at the new year with the new boss, nothing to worry about, man. It's like, he is who he is. He's not going to change in this position. You know him. And there's nothing to worry about. That's good. That's like one worry relieved. But when we look at this year for you, this is your year of, instead of doing this and this. The page was upright. That's you, right? Get ready to do these things. What are these things? To be fully engaged and creative, doing things you enjoy. To be willing to do new things, explore new things, learn new things, and just be open to the journey. So I feel like anything could happen this year. I'm not outside of work. I'm not going to predict. Could it be a new job? Sure. Could there be great improvement as far as your personal life? Absolutely. But it's all about having the courage to be open to all these possibilities and having the understanding of your own skills and abilities. And I think having this new boss is going to help, because there will be no undermining. All right. All right. Melissa, well heard. I think with less stress job-wise, I can open myself to a new job, new creative pursuits. I agree, because where you are now, you're always waiting for an attack from behind, knowing that what's on top is not going to help you. They're not going to actively hurt you, but they're not going to help you. Now I think it's going to be different. If you need help or ask for help, help will be there. So that is going to help. It really will. All right. 2025, Joyous Ocean. You must use 2025. All right. All right. And Gemini Sun, a star year. That's good. Love it. Thanks for sharing about this, Ness and me. And I mean, all thanks to Mary Kay Greer. And Ness, thank you for doing it, because this is not really a practice that I do. It's something I know about, but it's not one I do. But why not? We really should. It's available to us. We should. So Ness, thank you for that. That's fabulous. All right. Peggy Lou Levens, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. What will happen in 2025? Health, finance, love, home? Okay. So health will not be devastating, but it's something that always must be maintained. Home, and I don't know if this is current home or a new home, but I feel like there's some kind of improvement with home and finance. With love, I think, there's some things that need to kind of be worked out there. And I think that has everything to do, Peggy Lou, with the idea that perhaps as you were growing up, you were not treated as you should have been treated. And so you've learned to allow people to treat you badly. And I feel like that has shown up in your love life from time to time. And I feel like this needs to be the year where you just refuse that, or no, you don't get to talk to me that way. You don't get to treat me that way. And I think the key is not to respond with anger, just to respond in a very matter-of-fact way. I don't have to stay here and listen to this. And I think if you can do that, it will really change the energy. All right. Trey, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Advice for 2025 from Spirit. Yeah, this is not a year about money. It's a year about wisdom. It's a year about balance. It's a year of major things, not minor things. So as much as possible, it's the spiritual work. It's the meta stuff, you know, it's the big goals. It's the things you're really working on, not the day-to-day. I feel like your day-to-day will be okay. Focus on the big stuff. Kristen Louise Tarot, so good to see you. And thank you for your New Year wishes. I appreciate that. I am starting a peer support group in the next month or two. I'm nervous I will suck. Yeah, I understand. I get that. Not that I think you should be nervous that you will suck, nor do I think you suck, but I understand personally, like that worry when we put something out there, like, am I going to be good at this? Like, I understand how that happens. Yeah, it's a human thing. I'm nervous I will suck, and I'm excited to be able to hold space for people. Any advice I need to hear on how to make it effective? So how to not suck? Like, well, let's ask, you know, you're worried that you're going to suck. What would sucking even look like if you don't show up as a leader? If you're not committed, if you're not where you're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you'll suck. But of course, like if you're committed to this, of course you're going to show up and do what you need to do. I think the chances of you sucking are so limited. Like it's not even a chance because all you have to do is show up. If you let people know about it and if you show up, you will naturally be very able to be a good leader. Now, advice for what you need to do to make it effective, the key, there's a couple of things. One is recruitment. Two is within recruitment, figuring out sort of the criteria of who should be in the group, the number of people, and what is the protocol if you discover that someone in the group is bad for the group head and doesn't fit into the group. What's the protocol? So I think the biggest, hardest thing is going to be managing the group head, if you will, and how you do that and what your policies, procedures, and protocols are going to be and how you're going to enforce them. That's going to be the hardest part. Good luck. Hey, Nick, good to see you. Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. All right, Gemini Sun, so glad you're here. Thanks for being a moderator. We really appreciate you. A reading for the new year and advice from the cards, huge goals, and really feel like this will be my year where it all begins. Well, with the little that I know about what you got going on right now, I would completely agree. So here we go. Here we go. First of all, there's nothing to worry about, and this is a time of healing, Gemini Sun. You know that. Next, the time, money, energy, it's going to be hard. Like you've gone from your life being hard to your life being hard in a different way. And when will it get easier? It's going to take a minute, but it's not going to get harder. You know what I'm saying? And you have what you need to do this. You have, like, you can absolutely do this. So I do feel you're on the right path doing the right thing. And I think this is going to lead to happiness, like happy, healthy, like it's all the right things, right? Like you're going in the right direction, doing what you need to do. Don't expect it to be easy. Expect it to be hard in a different way. But the way in which it is hard is so much better. So much better. And it will ultimately lead you to a place of greater ease, without a doubt. All right. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members only emojis. Okay. Advice for career and to know what I can look forward to not work related in 2025. All right. So, Barbie Bird, thanks so much for being a member. We really appreciate you. What you can look forward to regarding career, like things are going well. I think the question is, things are going well. I think the question is like, are you really seen and heard and appreciated? In many ways, I think you are. I think you're doing very, very well. I think, and maybe it's too soon to be thinking about this, but I mean, it's never really too soon to think about being ambitious, right? Like forward motion, promotion, education, like to not, like what you don't want to do is just be the person who fills your role for the next 20 years. And I think this is a company where that could happen, where that's like, this is your role, you're great at your role, and this is where you're at. And I don't think that that's what you want. I think you want to be able to grow. So I think you're doing very, very well in your current position, and everyone thinks so, I believe. But I think growth in this company is going to be harder. And so as we get toward the end of the year, it's going to be time to be thinking about growth. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to really directly ask for like, how does one grow in this company? And do not be afraid to look elsewhere if that's what it's going to take for you to grow. Now, not work related in 2025. There's a lot of There's a lot going on here, Barbie. I feel like this is a year that you unpack and heal from a lot of old damage. It may not be the most fun year in some ways, but it's going to be a year of healing and a year of figuring out what your needs are and how to get your needs met. So there's a lot of practical learning and a lot of healing. And that doesn't mean that you won't have any fun at all, but it does mean that you have an opportunity now for real healing and real growth. And I think that's what this year can be about, healing and growth. Okay. So Joyous Ocean, you got to 22. So that's up to you. Mary Kay Greer would say, take the Fool. I would say, take the Emperor. That's up to you, whatever you feel best about. I can't tell you what to do, and I'll not directly say don't do it Mary's way. I won't do that. All respect to Mary, right? But I just flew out. I have no idea what we're doing with it. I don't know. All right. Who's up next? It's Von Ray. Really looking forward to seeing you at StaarCon. Glad you're coming. How will 2025 be for you job-wise? You want to move up in the company, but not finding anything internal. Things feel unsteady to go to another company. Got it. So again, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for being a StaarCon volunteer. I am looking for a couple of more volunteers in person and online. I've had a couple of volunteers unable to come, so I'm scrambling. So if you'd like a StaarCon ticket, and if you're willing to be my bee for the weekend, either in person or online, let me know. Oh, Joyous Ocean, yeah, but I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I just didn't do anything because I'm lazy today. I told you that. I'm lazy today. All right. So, Von Ray. Jolie, okay, please reach out to me. Okay. Anyone who would like to anyone who would like to volunteer, reach out to me. I've got specific tasks and you have to be up for the tasks. Reach out to me. I don't expect me to remember, because you know my remembering brain is not on right now. So email me, reach out, find me on Facebook and reach out, DM me, reach out, and we'll make it happen. I'll let you know what I'm looking for, and we'll see if we can make it work. Jolie, Claire, thank you so much. All right. You're great at tasks. Good. I have tasks that need to be accomplished. So there we are. All right, Von Ray. Here we go, Von Ray. Oh, yes, thank you, Claire C. Claire has if someone is flying in and wants to fly in with a friend, Claire has a Delta companion pass, meaning if you fly in on Delta, another person can fly with you for almost free. So she's willing to give that to someone flying into StaarCon. So reach out to me. I know how to get to Claire. So reach out to me if you want that. And Claire, thank you so much. That's very, very kind. Okay. Von Ray, 2025 for you at your current job. 2025 at your current job is okay. I mean, it's fine, but you want to move up. Can you move up? They will. I mean, they like you. They will move you up. Are you right to stick with this company rather than leave? For now, yeah, you want to stick with this company in this moment. Maybe later on you want to leave, but in this moment, you want to stick with this company. I would say keep looking for those postings, and when there's a posting, apply for it. Likewise, if you have a particular supervisor or mentor, let them know you're interested in advancement. And I think it will happen, and it could likely happen this year. Toward the end of the year, though, not the beginning. All right. Okay, Jolie, that is very, very cool. And in fact, the online work can be done in person or online. So, yeah. Reach out to me and let me know, and we'll get it together. All right, Vaishali, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. 2025, what would be the best advice for me to make this year as good as possible? Any guidance for me for this new year? Surely. Yeah. Trust yourself. Know that you're smart. Don't be afraid to talk to people. And don't worry that life is passing you by, right? Listen to what is true, not the voice that tells you you're missing things and you're not doing what you need to do. Don't listen to that voice. Listen to this voice. Amy Foreman, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. All right. Wendy Robeson, you are not too late. You are not too late. I'm happy that you're here. All right. Who am I doing? I'm doing Joyce Ocean. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. I'm excited about starting a mastermind next week, and I'm thinking within my community, I have an annual ritual, and I would like to move into monthly and quarterly. Would it be profitable? Yeah. This is a good idea that you should definitely move forward on. Yes, and yes. And Jada is in Amsterdam right now, successfully with her study abroad classmates. That is such good news. So good. And you get a quiet house for a minute. Excellent. Okay. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for being a moderator. Finances in 2025. Well, you go into it a little worried because I feel like you're about to make more money than you've ever made before in your life, and you don't really know what to do with that or how to manage it, and that freaks you out. But everything you've worked toward is going to help you grow. Now, I'm going to say, with the new job starting and all of that, right up through, like September, I feel like things are still going to feel a little tight. But once you get to October, things are going to feel so much better. And objectively, things are so much better and will be immediately. So you're on your right path. You're doing what you need to do. Okay. Here we go. And it's your Emperor year, Teresa. It's perfect. That makes so much sense. Okay, Jolie James. So you did not ask a specific question. We're talking about 2025. So let me just do that for you. What do we see for the new year for you? A fabulous opportunity for learning and growth and having friends. You do need to be careful about time, money, energy, all of that. But you know, what you lack in logistical ease, you make up for with good people around you. Like you probably have better goodwill than good finances, but that goodwill will bring you everything you need when you need it. So don't worry and really lean into creativity, learning, some fun, and meeting people and keeping that goodwill going, man. I live on goodwill. I got y'all giving me money. No, seriously. I live on goodwill. I've done it for years. And it is a way of being that really does work. So yeah. All right. Who is up now? Yeah, goodwill in your heart always. And when other people have that goodwill toward you, you'll always have what you need. There it is. Okay. Jackie Masters, good to see you. Cards jumped. Cards jumped. Jackie Masters, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Looking forward to seeing you at StaarCon. Looking forward to this new year. What surprises does it hold for me? Will my finances improve and will I have fun? Self-care and health is one of my focuses this year. What do you see for me? So with this, I think work and finances will be good. Very good. With this, I think balance, it's all about balance, and that's going to be health and all the things. But neither of these things are really fun. It's easy to get stuck, right? It's easy to get stuck in your own head. It's easy to get stuck in a situation. What we're seeing here is I think money will be good. I think health will be good. Healing, all of that, very, very good. But to have fun, you need to, I think you need to figure out what is fun for you. And how do you do that? I think you need to work on the work of fun, if that makes sense. Because honestly, having fun the right way can be hard work. And you're not a frivolous person. You're not really looking for frivolous fun. Everything you do needs to be meaningful or you're not interested in it. That's fine. That wasn't a criticism. It was actually probably the opposite of a criticism. But that makes it harder to figure out how to have fun. So that is something you'll have to figure out this year. And you're going to have to give yourself the space and grace to do it. Peggy Lou, you are very welcome. All right, Amy Foreman, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Looking forward to seeing you at StaarCon. This year, I'm planning to let my sons, who are young men, be more responsible for themselves, end the coddling, and bring a better balance to my relationships with them. I would love to hear your advice and wisdom. So we have 2 boys. I'm going to do older and younger, right? Older. What you got to do with the older boy is he needs to understand that it's possible, that his success is possible, that his well-being is possible. He has a hard time envisioning it. He has a hard time seeing what this is going to look like. And so you have to help him see it, and you have to give him very attainable goals because he needs to feel empowered. I think with him, a lot of it is he just doesn't know, like in his own mind, what to do or how to do it, and he doesn't have a lot of faith in himself. So he needs to be really empowered there. Now, with younger, I'm going to say is going to have an easier time with this. Younger, I think, will do some boneheaded things here and there because, that's what happens. But younger is ready to make a change and is ready to differentiate himself from others. So I think younger may have a little more internal balance, a little more self-esteem. It's going to be easier for him. The hardest thing for him is he wants what he wants when he wants it. And part of adulting is recognizing that we don't always get what we want, and we don't always get what we want when we want it. And if it's not worth working for, then, you're not going to have it. So he'll have some challenges too, but it'll be easier for him because I think he wants it. Older one, I think, fears it a little. All right. Okay, here we go. Christine Hallowell. And I think we got the numerology all set, but if it's over 21 or 22, depending, you add the two digits together. So yes, 24 equals 6. Yes, that's exactly right. And that's how all of number numerology works. So if you're figuring out your birth number or, whatever, figuring out the number of where you live or anything, it's just adding the digits till you get to a single digit. And in tarot, there are some who will add the digits till they get to 21 or under, or as I explained earlier, 22 or under. That's how that works. Christine Hallowell, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. What does the year ahead have for me in relation to new job and career? I'm networking and excited about making some big changes this year. And I know you and I have been talking about you getting a new job. And you're ready. You are ready for big change, and so it shall be. It may not happen until August, I'm not sure, and there may be some extensive training or specific classes or education that you're going to have to do. When we look at, I think you've got a good idea, and I think the networking that you're doing is really going to pay off. So I think you're on track. I really do. Okay. Okay. Jackie Masters, thank you. What is fun? I get to work this out. I feel like that what it used to be no longer serves me. Yeah. And that happens as we get older, things we enjoyed when we were younger, we may not enjoy now, or it may not be good for us now. Here's to new fun. See you in a few weeks. Yay. Can't wait. Learning and fun. Start here. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Michelle Metheny, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being an online StaarCon presenter, and thanks for being a member here. I need to jump back into life with a new, stronger, and prouder me, regardless of what's going on in your family. Yeah, got that. Totally got that. Yes. And that's hard. And you have to give yourself space for grief and difficulty and all the other stuff. But you're right, you do. And the thing that I'll say about grief is with that kind of grief, you have to be able to run it in the background, because you're not going to be able, like the amount of time that it's going to take to really grieve this, you can't just do that as your job. You have to be able to work with the grief while you're doing all of this other stuff, exactly as you say. And so the advice for doing this, I mean, the thing is, even before the most recent difficulty, and difficulty is a bad word for it, tragedy, even before the most recent tragedy, I'm not sure that you ever had really good self-esteem. I mean, it is basic self-esteem stuff. It is about recognizing your own value. And I think you've had situations, you've had people around you who have made you feel less than, who have made you feel devalued. And I think that's really been the issue. So it's the basic thing. The advice is it's all about self-esteem. It's all about knowing your worth. Yeah. Right. And Michelle's like, yeah, no, exactly. My whole family. And that's what you're healing from, really. That is, your healing is not just about what's happened recently. It goes all the way back. And that's the healing journey, really. To not let others define who you are. Okay. Country Love Homestead, good to see you. Thank you for your New Year wishes. I have a ton of talent, but I'm super scared of failing, so I shy away from everything. I have a friend who says, well, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you never take. How do I get over this and reach my maximum potential this year? I'm ready to be successful, but scared to fail. So here's what I'm going to say first. Like, what does failure even look like? Like, I mean, there are some times when you really don't want to fail. If you are a surgeon and you're performing a surgery, you want to do that to the best of your ability. You do not want to fail. If you're taking a test, you want to pass the test, but usually you can retake a test, you know, usually if it's an important test. So this fear of failure, like, what does that even look like? You know, like what would failure even look like? What is it that you are fully, truly afraid of? It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like this, like, I'm going to take a leap here, but this is childhood trauma. Somehow when you were growing up, you were taught not to take the leap of faith. You were taught that you weren't able. You were taught to not try, or you were not taught that failure, somehow you were taught to be afraid of failure, which is such an interesting thing, because failure is the process of succeeding. Like, you fail until you succeed. And that's the thing. So what you have to do is get over that fear of failure. And when we look at that, like, first of all, like, what is it that you're really afraid of? I think you might be afraid that your talents are not as significant as we know them to be. I think also there is something about, you know, the marketing of yourself, you know, because no matter what you're doing, there is some level of self-promotion that we always need to be able to do. And I think you don't know how to promote yourself without having it feel braggadocious. And that's hard, because no one wants to, I mean, we shouldn't want to brag on ourselves, right? But when we market, we do need to let people know how awesome we are. And I feel like you don't have a voice for that, and that's hard for you. Okay, true, right? So I think that's part of it. I think you have to be able to do that. Oh, was that Wayne Gretzky? Yeah, okay, didn't even know that. Very good. And Wendy says, I was taught failure wasn't an option, so I get that. that fear, which is so silly because failure is a part of life. I mean, some things aren't going to work and it's okay. You know, this doesn't work, that will. Like the thing is, Country Love Homestead. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. I've always been one to water myself down to make others comfy. And, you know, I'm looking at your picture and I'm getting that you're a female of the global majority. And yeah, you were taught to do that. You were taught to do that for everybody else's comfort, I bet. I bet. And so this is you unpacking misogyny and racism. That's really what it is. And I get the misogyny part, obviously. I've had privilege, but that's really what it is unpacking this idea that you need to be small because of who you are, because there is no part of you that should be small. You should take up a bunch of space, and you should recognize that you will not fail. And, you know, some things will work better than others, but if something doesn't work well, you're like, okay, I'm not doing that again. I'm going to do this instead, or this is what I've learned. And Wendy says, yes, it's silly because you learn so much in mistakes. So, you know, it is not your fault that you're in this space. But it is your responsibility to heal from it. And it's about allowing yourself to be as awesome as you are and to know that you are that awesome. Julie James, it's not the failure, it's the meaning we attach to it. Oh my gosh, yes. Country Love Homestead, right. Then the next time I'll be starting from experience versus starting from scratch. Country Love says, thank you all. I needed this pep talk. We all need that from time to time. But here's the thing. Yeah. It's not a pep talk, my friend. It's facts. It's just facts. And so, yeah. Embrace the facts. And what are the facts? The facts are that you've been taught to be small when you're made to be big. And that this fear that you have of failure is a fear of a big nebulous thing that does not exist and will not exist. And it's good that you know you're talented because you are. There it is. All right. All right. Here we are. Oh, that's beautiful, Nick. To Country Love Homestead. You got this wall behind you, so go shine. Yeah, seriously. Seriously, yes. Okay. A penny for your thoughts. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Glad you're here. I had people stay, and thanks for using members only emojis too. I had people stay in my rental house while I was in my real house. They let 2 cats out. They don't know the area, and I'm devastated. Will they come back? Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. Oh, Wendy, you're so sweet. Love this community. Yeah, me too. Me too. Thank you. Okay. Will they come back? Will they come back? Huh. I think they likely will, maybe put their food out. But I think they likely will. They will find their way home, I believe. I do. No, I understand. That's hard, but I do think they will. Okay. Okay, Wendy Robeson, you're here, right? Yeah, you are. Because I got a question. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for being a moderator. Yeah, Penny, keep us posted, but I think so. Okay, Wendy, I'm looking at doing reels for extra income, as with divination. What do you mean? Do you mean like Instagram reels? Do you mean like real estate? Like what are reels? Resale. Resale. What kind of resale? I want all the details before I even read on this. I'm sorry, I just do. Because I'm lazy today. I'm being lazy. What are you reselling? Tell me. Clothing and jewelry. Got it, got it, got it. Understood. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, it's the mark of a lazy reader. Lazy reader asks a lot of questions. I'm lazy today. Okay, here we go. Resale. It's a lot of work. You know, I mean, if you have got stuff, autocorrect is always mean to me. I know, me too. Me too. If you have, so like getting yourself out there as a diviner, like absolutely you must do that. And that's going to take time and energy and is going to be hard and scary. And for all these same reasons that we've all been talking about, it's scary. But you got to do that. You got to. The resale stuff, I think it could make money. I think it could be good. I think it could be difficult. I think it could be challenging in certain ways. I think it's worth looking into. But I'm also going to say, don't stretch yourself too thin. Yeah, divination is your true heart's desire. I will tell you, my original business card here was my list of things I was offering. Beaded jewelry, tie-dyes, and tarot readings. Jewelry, tie-dyes, and tarot readings. I don't do tie-dye at all anymore. I do still bead, but I just got back to it recently, and I don't do it professionally anymore. The only thing of those three that I do now is tarot reading. So it is an interesting thing, right? Because that was my true heart's desire and also where I'm most talented. You know, there's that too. So yeah, I would say don't let anything take you from that. Don't let anything take you from that focus. Okay. Okay. And Penny, for your thoughts, you also wanted a card for the year. Happy to do that. This year, I think you're going to be in greater control of your life and feel like you have greater support. So there are good things coming for you, Penny. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry you have the flu, Wendy. My goodness. Okay. Okay, so Nick, I'm going to do Pat because she's easy. No, it's just you've got, I'm going to have to figure out your question. It's going to take me a minute, Nick. So I'm going to do Pat, the outlook of the year. Pat, there are things you've been anxious about that you don't need to be anxious about. This can be a very good year, and you're going into it with integrity and creativity, and that's what you need. End of story. Yeah, Penny, I really think 25 is going to be better. I do. Okay, so Nick, here we go. I'm going to figure this out. Thank you for being a member. Okay. So you're in a space where you're feeling like just surviving and barely doing that. Feels harder every day, being dragged by the current. Don't even know what to ask. I'm used to many burning questions. Being able to act and function beyond basics to better my situation, or at least keep moving forward relentlessly. But I feel like I'm in cosmic quicksand or something. So, right, it was more a lost rambling. That's okay, though. I can work with your lost rambling. That is not a problem. I am very used to that. That's part of the gig. You are not the only one to give me lost rambling and have me have to make sense of it. That's my job. It's all good. All right. So that being the case, the thing is, you're struggling, and then you're judging you're struggling. You're struggling, and then you're juggling, and then you're struggling, and then you're judging you're struggling. And the judging of it, like you've got this self-judgment running. How am I getting that out of the Four of Wands? It's a long story. It's a very long story. But I feel like you're more stable than you realize. You're doing better than you realize. Good things are coming, and you are hanging in there. Every day that you're here on the planet is a day of victory. And I think if you could just be like every day, okay, brush my teeth, good deal. Showed up for the live stream, good for me. Whatever it is you do, it's like the best thing you ever did. And if you could just be like congratulating yourself for everything you're able to show up for, instead of being mad at yourself for the things you're not able to show up for, I think it would turn around quickly. There it is. All right. Oh, Christine, you're already signed up for new classes. That's so good. Oh my gosh. Jolie James. The brightest stars and light workers and seekers were poured into the least. Like we talked to a couple of people in a row where it's all about childhood stuff. And yeah, I mean, I was pretty lucky. I mean, you know, we all have childhood trauma. I was pretty lucky, though, I have to tell you. But it's true that a healer who's not a wounded healer is not going to be a good healer. That's what it is, right? Okay. I am scrolling through. Oh, Nick, a good idea for Penny to put the litter box right outside as well. All right. TJ and GA, so good to see you. Hope you're doing great. How can I best prepare? Okay, these like just flew across the table. How can I best prepare for the changes in the new year? It's gonna feel heavy. A lot of it's gonna feel heavy, but some of it will be really nice as well. And the things that feel heavy, give it time. Give yourself time to wrap your brain around it and allow yourself to feel what you feel. But what you feel in the beginning will not be what you feel going forward. I feel like, TJ, be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. And use your creativity. Patience and creativity is what it is, really. So, Nick, it depends what you mean by drastic. I mean, I feel like there are some good changes coming for you, as we have discussed, and that will help. But I also feel like, a drastic change can simply be, today I'm going to congratulate myself rather than give myself a hard time. That would be a drastic change. And yeah, congratulate yourself on just existing and let that be okay. Because if you can let that be okay, then you can let the healing be okay too. Okay. All right. I think I'm coming to the end here. Yeah, my friends, from my perspective, I've answered every question. If I accidentally skipped you, I am so sorry. It is not my intention. Please do let me know right now that I skipped you or that you're here and you have not yet asked a question. It is last call for readings, y'all. All right. Read the newsletter. Book your appointment with me. You know you want to. Get your StaarCon ticket. Oh, Oh, Claire, you and hurricanes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, I saw the question too. I don't know how I skipped it, but I did see it. You wanted to know if your area, excuse me, you wanted to know, Claire, if your area was going to get a direct hit this year. A reasonable question. Let's see what we got. And I'm so sorry, I don't know how I skipped you, but I don't know how I skip anyone, really. Okay, Claire C. And thank you for being a member. We really appreciate you. I think you're fine this year. Fine, fine, fine. What card would you want to see better than that one for that question? None that I can think of. I think you're good. I think you're good. I also get the sense of your ancestors up there just like pushing the hurricane away from your house. I do get that sense. Nick, you are very, very welcome. Claire, yeah, that does feel like good news for sure. I mean, obviously, put up your shutters anyway when you're called to, but I think you're going to be fine. I think you're going to be fine. Did I skip anyone else? Penny for your thoughts. Will 25 be better for V? V has some things that V needs to figure out, and that will happen in 25, and that will make things better. There'll also be better things with relationships, money, work, learning, all kinds of good things. All right. I have my lives for the next little bit already put up. I'll be back here tomorrow at noon, Saturday at noon 30. That's normal. Monday, I'm coming on at 4 p.m. instead of 9:30 a.m. Why? You guys are getting sick of this, but my dentist works on Mondays. Like I can get to my dentist on Mondays. My dentist can get to me on Mondays. And I've had a series of dental appointments, which are coming to a close after this one. So that's why I'll be with my dentist in the morning. Hallelujah. But I'll be back here at 4 on Monday. The link is already up so you can see the time change. Not forever, just for this coming Monday. All right. Get your StaarCon ticket. If you're interested in being my bee, either in person or online for StaarCon, reach out to me. I am looking for a couple of volunteers. And I appreciate all of you. I will let you know that for the month of January, the only class we're doing is Global Tarot Circle because StaarCon. Yeah, Wendy, I am looking. I am looking. Reach out, reach out, reach out. And Wendy says, thank you so much, Tarot Fairy Godmother. You've built a community that I don't want to live without. Well, thank you so much. I think we all built it together. I do. I do. I appreciate all of you. All right, my friends. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow. Do the links, reach out, and do the things. And thank you for greeting the new year with me. Take good care. Be good.